joined by Hofstra head coach Joe Mihalich, following his team's 110-51 victory over Bishops. Coach, obviously a game that was got a little out of hand late or early. Just overall thoughts on how you thought your team played.
You know, the battle cry that we have, and every good team has it, you play the game the same way no matter what. No matter where you are, no matter who's playing, play the game the same way. I was proud of our guys for doing that. You know, we played without Elijah Pemberton tonight, without Justin Wright-Foreman tonight, and without Rokas Gustis tonight. You know, we just want to, part of it was the long-term goals of this whole trip, get some minutes for some other people. We wanted to give some people a night off and rotate some people, and to be able to sit our three best players, or the three people that people are going to say are our best players, and give everybody some more minutes. It was good for us.
Coach, a couple things to talk about. Your team hit, I think, off my count, 16 three-pointers. Obviously, a major part of your team's concept to winning games. How good does that make you feel to hit 16 three-pointers without the three people you just mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, we shot it great tonight. DeJour Bowie shot it great. Matija Radovic shot it great. Jalen Ray made some threes. Stafford Trueheart made some shots. We just really shot it good. And when you shoot the ball good, I mean, it's, you know, you're usually going to score a lot of points and win some games. You know, another thing I wanted to mention is getting DeJour Bowie back in game shape. He missed last year with that injury, so this trip also was able to get him back into game shape.
You kind of touched on a few of the players I was going to mention, but Matija played really well tonight, 19 points. DeJour was excellent throughout the game. And then obviously Stafford Trueheart got some extended playing time as well. Can you talk about that trio and what you saw from them tonight especially?
Yeah, those guys. And, you know, again, I mentioned the long-term goals of this trip, and, you know, to get the people that you've mentioned, you know, I just said it. Now, Kenny Wormley's becoming a Hofstra basketball player. He's a terrific basketball player, but he's becoming familiar with our system and our culture and all that stuff. He's been terrific. Joel Angus, the same thing. He's played a lot of basketball, but he's becoming a Hofstra basketball player, and we're so glad to have him. And then you mentioned Matija. We wanted to get him some minutes. He got some great minutes tonight, played well. Stafford Trueheart, Jalen Ray. So the guys that are returning, it's good for them, but it's even better for the guys that needed to get used to Hofstra basketball and so forth.
You just touched on culture, Coach, and we'll go into another topic here. Today your team got to take a little tour of Old Montreal, a little history, and then go on a jet boating trip. Obviously, we've talked extensively how important that stuff is for team bonding and other reasons, but how great was it today to see your team enjoying themselves and having a little fun in the midst of this? Obviously, it is part business trip and part other trip, but talk about that.
Yeah, it's been really neat. I mean, I've said it many times, when you're in Montreal, you really feel like you're in another country, and it's a fabulous city. You know, we were able to go to their Washington, D.C. yesterday when we were in Ottawa and see the Parliament and see what that's like, and you could just feel it. Montreal's 375 years old or something like that, so it's really neat to go to Old Montreal and see where this city all began, to walk around there and see the cobblestones and realize how this whole city came to life was kind of neat. And then you throw a little fun in there with that boat ride. I mean, that was cool too. You know, guys have worked really hard. We went and practiced 8 days in a row before we came up here, and then you know, we're going to play every night up here. Some teams come and play. You know, one of the teams that stayed in our hotel has been here for 6 nights, and they played 3 games. We're going to be here 5 nights and play 5 games. So it's good.
Coach, undefeated on the trip so far. Good luck tomorrow against Concordia, and then Saturday against McGill.
Yeah, two more to go here. Let's see if we can keep playing well.
Thanks. Coach.